All right, so to get started here, let me just say this. I'm going to talk about something a little bit gross in a minute. So if you don't want certain members of your family to hear it, I don't know if this is necessarily safe for work or safe for just easy listening kind of thing. We'll get to that in a minute. So just a warning for you in case you don't, just in case. Anyway, but before we begin, a lot of people have commented on this shirt and asked me where to get it. And you get this shirt. I was actually talking to the guy who runs the store. It's called Wrath and Grace, wrathandgrace.com. I don't know why I'm on the women's section, but t-shirts, long sleeves, all kinds of stuff. And you can get this shirt at this website. The other one that I wear is the Jesus is King shirt. That's this one right here. And there's a lot of really good stuff. The brother who runs this company is just a solid guy, just a good brother in the Lord. I had a chance to talk to him a little bit at the conference and all of that. But I did want to mention really two things that kind of give you a sense as to what kind of times we're living in, right? But I think that from a Christian perspective, there's a lot of we can take a lot of solace in some of these kinds of things, because as the society degrades itself more and more and more and more, Christ's kingdom and his family can strengthen and strengthen and strengthen, because the people that we're up against are absolutely insane. They're out of their minds, and they're going to destroy themselves. It's just that simple. And let me give you an example of this. Here's an article that was shared by Prison Planet, and apparently this was on Tucker Carlson. So basically, one of our generals, General Milley, went behind President Trump's back towards the end of his presidency, and he said, and he contacted China. So this is a rival nation. This general, this American general, allegedly contacted China and said that he would give them a heads up if Trump, decided to attack China or something like that, because he was very scared that Trump was crazy and he was going to attack China. He can use nuclear weapons. And so what he did, or the general of the United States did, was said, well, listen, China, I'll warn you if we're going to attack. Ahead of the attack, I'll warn you, because Trump is crazy. And so, they shared this story, and Tucker Carlson is saying that's the scariest thing that's ever happened in this country. I mean, it's obviously treasonous. That's treason. That can't be allowed. You can't put up with that. People should be executed for stuff like that. But in any case, is the story even true? I mean, who knows? That's the thing. I posted this on Gab, but I was like, is this true? Is it a lie? Who knows? We don't have any idea. But the question is, though, does it even matter whether it's true or not? Think about this for a second. Let's say this story's true, and this American general told China, hey, we'll give you a heads up if we're going to attack. Like, that's obviously treasonous. That shouldn't happen. So that would be a crazy world to live in. But what's crazier? That world where the American generals are tolerating treason, or a world where that didn't happen, but they want to lie to make it seem like it happened. So maybe he didn't give China the heads up, but he wants people to think that he gave China the heads up. That would be even weirder, in my opinion. So any way you slice it, whether this story is true or whether it's made up, it's absolutely insane, and the reality of what's happening here is completely self-destructive and crazy. I don't know if I'd characterize it as scary necessarily, but it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And so you can see that the pagans are turning upside down, right? Things are going crazy. We live in the upside down, but see, Christ's people don't live in the upside down. You don't have to go along with their propaganda. You don't have to go along with their fantasy world. You don't have to live in the Matrix. We can actually live in the right side up, and we've got a Lord and a God who's given us a book about how to live, how to be holy, how to please him, how to imitate Christ, as he's actually not how it goes, how to imitate, to imitate Christ. Why am I second guessing that? Whatever. The point is that we don't have to live in the upside down, and we have a compass that'll keep us right side up all the time. Here's another one that I wanted to share. I don't actually have an image for this because it's disgusting. So this is the one where if you have sensitive ears, maybe turn it off for a minute. There's a new commercial that I've seen, and I don't recommend that you go looking for it. Please just take me at my word, because it's disgusting. and it's a Subway commercial, and it has Tom Brady in it. And it's supposed to be like imitating like a fragrance commercial. And you know how those like fragrance commercials are usually pretty sensual, and they've got like seductive sounding voices and imagery and stuff like that. So it's a fake fragrance called Bready, right? Because it's Subway, and Subway apparently thinks that their bread is really good. So it's a fragrance called Bready. And in this commercial, I kid you not, guys, I kid you not, out of the fragrance bottle pops a penis. A penis just pops right up. It's erect and it's popping right up. And I don't mean that it's like just kind of like vaguely shaped like a penis, like it's a cylinder or something like that. That's not what I'm talking about. And I'm not talking about how like the Washington Monument's a penis, because that's, it's shaped like a phallus, but it's got rough edges and it's got a little point on top. It's not really a penis. This bread looks like a circumcised erect penis coming out of the bottle. And Tom Brady seductively grabs it. Now, I know that it's seductive because, unfortunately, I have a history with watching pornography. And so I know how penises are grabbed in pornography, right? And so he grabs it like a woman, a porn star, grabbing a penis in a porn. And so Tom Brady grabs a in this commercial. And then he pulls out the penis, and it's a big piece of bread, and it's shaped like a penis still, and he sniffs it ever so seductively. And there's language and wispy voices and stuff like that, and it's absolutely disgusting. And again, I don't mean that the bread is kind of vaguely shaped like a penis. It looks like a penis. And so this is a new Subway commercial. And again, this is disgusting, and it's unbelievable that they would. I don't even know if they put this on TV. It's definitely online. I found it on YouTube. But if this is a TV commercial, I mean, you can't even watch it. You can't even watch TV anymore. You know what I mean? And well, maybe that's a good thing that we can't watch TV anymore. But the point is that the pagans are destroying them. I mean, homosexuality destroys people. I mean, it's just that simple. We know this from Romans. But even if you didn't have Romans and all you had was natural law, you'd understand that homosexuality amongst the population will destroy that population. Fruitlessness will eventually destroy populations. And so we've got our generals are allegedly alerting our enemies that if we attack, so they're committing treason. We've got upside-down sexuality being promoted on television, even by companies that have no business doing it. I mean, Subway's a food company. Why would they be showing penises in their I don't know. I don't know why, and it doesn't really matter why. We know that they're doing it, and so here's the thing, guys. This is an opportunity for the people of Christ, because I noticed that at the Fight, Laugh, Feast conference, for example, there's so many people with a lot of optimism that are starting businesses, that have already started businesses, or they're purchasing businesses and doing all kinds of stuff. And there's a lot of optimism and a lot of progress. And let me just say this, results. We're getting results as well. And so when we're free from the world's propaganda, which let's just face it, Big Eva is not free of the world's propaganda. Big Eva promotes the world's propaganda. They soften the law of God against things that will destroy a nation. Big Eva's always softening the law of God when it comes to homosexuality. Big Eva's always softening the law of God when it comes to all kinds of government propaganda and tyrannical laws and things like that. They're always attempting to soften the word of God as if it has no effect. And of course, the people that buy into Big Eva's lies and their ridiculous progressive propaganda, they are going to end up destroying themselves as well. And that's a sad thing. And so we should be trying to pluck people from that fire, the fire of Big Eva, because here's the thing, guys. The state is completely pagan at this point. And so any kind of religious system that puts the state in the place of God is also going to be destroyed. It'll be cast into the fire the same way that the state will. And so we should be trying to pluck people from that. And I think that the harvest is ripening and it's ready. It's ready to be harvested. And a lot of you have told me that, you've been able to give, resources to your friends and point them in the direction of my YouTube channel or other people's YouTube channel as an alternative way. We don't have to be losers. right? We don't have to be happy with the crumbs from the table of the pagans. We don't have to be that way. We can actually be running things. In fact, not only can we be running things, we will be running things. We will judge angels. How much more are we going to judge people like Tom Brady? How much more are we going to rule over idiots like General Milley? How much more, guys? I mean, listen, the bottom line is that this stuff is pretty distressing to a lot of folks, and I totally understand why. But I think that we should get a lot of confidence from it because they are eating each other, and they're destroying themselves. And we don't want them to destroy themselves, but if they're going to destroy themselves, then the righteous will be left behind and will shine like the sun, and we will rule over angels. How much more are we going to rule over these fools? Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. God bless.